I'm Jen and welcome to my studio, and today we're going to be doing an intermediate advanced across the floor exercise. So real quick, small elephant in the room, I did film these exercises last night and I'm doing the intro this morning, so when I flip to the next scene, the lighting and the ambiance will change. But I had to point that out because somebody was going to notice and be like, what happened? That happened. So we're doing intermediate advanced exercises across the floor. I haven't done it across the floor in a little bit, and I wanted to make sure that we kept that going because I love across the floor exercises. I will explain how we're going to do the across the floor, but yeah, let's have some fun, lots of options, and let's get into the actual thing. Now, again, if you guys have a small space, no worries. You can do all of these exercises right in place. But for across the floor purposes and to show these things to you, I will show you the movement here, and then when we go to the right, I'll start at this corner and I will go to that corner. Using corner to corner on your floor gets you the most amount of movement space. It's the hypotenuse of a triangle thing. Yeah. Sorry, I also teach math. So I'm going to go from this corner to this corner. We're going to do the exercise between 2 and 4 times, depending how many we can fit. Then we're going to go back to this corner. I'm going to count you in again, and then we'll do the right side again. That way we get about as many reps as we would have if we were in a big space. So we'll do right, come back, do right again. Then we'll do left, come back, do left again. And this will go for every single side. The only difference is when we move backwards, I will start at the upper corners instead of the back corners. So, cool? Cool. All right, so first exercise is flaps. There's 2 options. There's an intermediate option and a little bit more of an advanced option. You do you. You choose whichever one you want. So either way, everyone starts with flap, 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 drop your heel. Flap, 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 heel. So it's a 1, 2, 3, heel, a 1, 2, 3, 3 flaps and a heel. If you're intermediate, you're just going to do that across the floor. Flap, 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 heel, flap, 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 heel, keep going. If you're advanced, you're going to do 2 of those, and then you're going to add a shuffle before you drop the heel. So it's going to go a 1, 2, 3, heel, a 1, 2, 3, heel. So after your 3rd flap, you throw in a shuffle, then drop your heel. It's rhythmically a 1, a 2, a 3, 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, 8, a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, and 8. So that's the rhythm. And you guys ready? All right, 3 flaps and a heel, and then either stay there or 3 flaps and a shuffle heel, and it alternates feet. Ready? Flaps always get you going. They continue to warm you up, and also just flaps are one of the most widely used steps in tap dance in general. So, moving on to exercise number 2, we have riffs. So we're gonna do options, but the pattern goes 5-count riff, 5-count riff, dig step, and a 5-count riff. So you're gonna do 2 5-count riffs, and a 1 and 2, and a 3 and 4. So you have brush the field, dig step, brush the field, dig step. Then your right foot's free. You have dig step, dig step. So you put your heel on the floor and then just put your toe down. Dig step, and then you finish it off with another 5-count riff. And a 5-count. So rhythmically, we've got and a 1 and 2, and a 3 and 4, and 5 and 6 and 7, 8. So options. For the last one, you can do a 7-count riff if you're a little bit more advanced. So you can do and a 1 and 2, and a 3 and 4, big step, and a 7. So you throw in a 7 at the end instead of a 5. Keep the first 2 as 5 because that's a good rhythm. And a 1 and 2, and a 3 and 4, and 5 and 6, and a 7 and an 8. All right? So the whole thing switches feet as well. So I'm going to do the intermediate version, but if you're doing the advanced version, that just means that you're going to put a 7-count riff in there. So you've got 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1 and 2, and a 3 and 4, and 5 and 6, and a 7, 8, and a 1 and 2, and a 3 and 4, and 5 and 6, and a 7, 8. And that's how it goes. So let's try that with music. And a 1 and 2, and a 3 and 4, and 5 and 6, and a 7 and an 8. So this is your tempo. Ready? 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. To me, the song will drop its drum beat right in the middle of us doing the exercise, but that actually forces you to really be locked into the song and know where the beat is. And whether you're a seasoned tap dancer or kind of brand new to the game, music is the first thing that we have to communicate with as tap dancers. We have to be with the music. So that ended up being an extra good exercise for us. Let's go with that. All right, so next exercise across the floor, we're gonna do Irishes. This is one of my favorites because I love to jump up and down, and basically this means jumping up and down and skipping. So you have 2 Irishes, which is shuffle, hop, step. So with Irishes, you wanna make sure that you're staying up on your toes. There should be no heels on the floor for any of this exercise. And that's a good way to challenge yourself if you know Irishes, but maybe you're not used to being up here. Take this as a challenge to stay up on your toes. So the floor is lava for your heels, but not your toes. Shuffle, hop, step, buffalo step, shuffle, ball change. So you have the 2 Irishes. You have a buffalo step, and then shuffle, ball change. Buffalo step, shuffle, ball change. I'm not even gonna lie, that is the rhythm for Into the Woods. You'll never get that out of your head now. Buffalo step, shuffle, ball change. So, if you hear that at the end of the exercise, you're doing the rhythm right, okay? So you have shuffle, hop, step, buffalo step, shuffle, ball change. All right, one more time together. Let's try it on the left side just to make sure that we have it, and then we will go across the floor with it. 5, 6, 7, go. All right, so let's take it across the floor, and yeah. There we go. So there's your tempo. Shuffle, hop, step, buffalo step, shuffle, ball change. This is what your tempo sounds like. 5, 6, 7, go. And then you would start again. Ready? I like this one. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. One more time. Good. Right side again. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Left foot. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, go. Good. All right, so our last across the floor exercises before we get exercise, not plural. The last across the floor exercise before we get into the combination, we have drawbacks. This is a simple drawback combination that I do a lot. I bring this to my classes week after week after week because it's such a good exercise for drawbacks, backward movement, and pullbacks. So, even if pullbacks are not your thing, we're gonna try it today, okay? So you have 4 drawbacks. There's 2 different ways of doing a drawback. Let me explain this really, really quick. So, to start the drawback, you can start with spank, heel, step, spank, heel, step, spank, heel, step, spank, heel, step. So that's 4 drawbacks. What I mean by to start it, you can start with a spank heel. Most of the time, you will start with a spank heel when you do drawbacks. You'll go 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. The downbeat is going to be on the step. I'm a little weird, and I love starting the drawbacks off with just the step. So I cut off the first 2 sounds, spank heel, and then everything's the same. I don't add any at the end, everything's the same. I just start with that 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. You do not have to do that. You can start with a spank heel if that's what you're used to. That is totally fine. Rhythmically, I just like it that way. So it's gonna go 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. So you're essentially gonna do 3 drawbacks after a step. Step, 3 drawbacks. Or if you want to, just 4 drawbacks. Totally up to you. So you're gonna have that beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll alternate how I do it. Then you have ball change, so it's 5, 6, and you can do 1 pullback. You can do 2 pullbacks. So So think about doing pullbacks. Just a really, really quick review. You want to separate your feet as far as like when they're up and when they're down. A lot of times you guys will get all of your sounds, but you tend to do them at the same time. That happens to everybody. Like you have this part, and then you go for this part, but you put this one down too fast and they end up sounding too close together. But if you don't put this one down that fast, you've separated the sound and they're easier to hear, they're clearer. So think about that as you're doing it. It's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you can go 7 and 8 if you want to do a slow one. 7 and 8, or you can go 5, 6, 7, hold 8 if you want to do a fast one, or if you're doing 2 in a row, E into 7, E into 8. 5, 6. Okay? So that's the combination. 1 and 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right? Let's give it a try. Actually, let's try it on the left real quick. So whether you're going to start with a spank heel, it doesn't matter. So you have and 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Really focus on your pullbacks. Try to give it good rhythm. We got this, okay? I chose a relatively slow tempo so we can really focus on the pullbacks. This is what your tempo sounds like. 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, let's try it. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, last, or right again, right again. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm trying to show you both versions as we go across. All right? Left side. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time, left side. 5, 6, 7, 8. All right? Catch that lighting change again? Yep, totally filmed it the next day. Anyway, I hope you guys really enjoyed these across the floor exercises. I always have fun doing them. It's my favorite part of class, quite honestly. It's, I think, my students' favorite part of class too, because one time I was like, hey, I don't think we're gonna do across the floor today. And they were like, but why? It was really funny. So I love across the floor, and I'm glad that we get to do it together. So I hope you guys had a lot of fun. If you're not already subscribed to this channel, please hit that subscribe button, join the Tap fam. I've got way more than across the floor. I've got step tutorials, I've got technique exercises, I've got choreography tutorials that are also my favorite thing, because that means we get to just dance to a song that we all love. I've got Tabby Talks vlogs, and I'm currently taking requests for ideas for those vlogs. So if you have a good idea for me to do a vlog about, or if you have something that you want to learn about, I know I have a request to talk more about improv and about writing music down or writing steps down. So those are coming, but if you have other ideas, please write those down below. I absolutely love them and I need them. So yeah, I hope you guys had a blast with this, and thank you for dealing with the fact that I had to film the intro in the daytime, but I filmed the exercises at night. You guys rock. So yeah, don't forget to also hit that thumbs up button so other tap dancers can find this video a little bit easier, because I love being your tap teacher. I'm your YouTube tap teacher and I love it very, very much. So I hope you guys had the best time, and as always, thank you for dancing with me.